So I'm walking in town the other day. And you know Abbey Street? Sorry, no, that's a lie. You know where the Woolen Mills is?
I don't know town.
You know the Halfpenny Bridge?
I do.
And you're about to walk toward the Ilac and Jervis. This doesn't matter.
In the little lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But loads of people on it at all times. So I'm walking anyway. And you know how awkward it gets when you're trying to and this guy's walking toward me. So we're like,
yeah,
going to do a kiss. We're walking like this.
It's the Notebook.
Yeah. And I'm like walking toward him. And you know when it's like he's trying to go right, I'm trying to go left.
Oh,
he's
so
trying to go
icky.
left. And then he goes, so we're doing this
yeah.
you know, and he goes, you better that, we're dancing.
I love that. I'm robbing that.
Literally.
I'm robbing that.
Oh my God. You better that, we're dancing.
What an amazing reaction. Because it's such an awkward moment. That's why I'm like, it's because it is like.
But just kept walking, not even a kind of no, just literally, you better that, we're dancing, and then just kept walking.
Oh, I love it.
And it only registered, and I turned back around, and I was like, husband?
I'm in love with you. Did we just become best friends?
Are we together?
I forgot to lower the mic down. I hope you didn't hear me scratching my head. It sounded really loud in my head.
Oh yeah, well it always
So
does,
hello, and you're very welcome along to the Unpopular Opinion podcast. My name is Jen.
I'm Carla.
Yes, so Carla, how was your holiday?
Oh, my holiday was lovely. It was like a retreat.
Very nice.
I was up in the mountains.
Come here, tell me. We're all the men called Dennis on Zakynthos.
No.
Fuck off.
No.
What would you call this time?
Zizzy. So Zizzy I remember because this is mad, right? So we were in this little taverna, you know.
The fucking villa.
Oh, I know.
You don't do things by halves, do you?
No, I just wanted something that was so
You look like you were in them places.
remote.
That
It looked CGI, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looked fake.
Do you know the way that the influencers all go to the Maldives on their honeymoons and they have these private pools and all these? That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was like that.
It was fab.
It was definitely the nicest place I've stayed in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. So we go, anyway, we were near one of the little villages. It was funny because a couple of people were like, go to Zorbas. I was like, there's a million Zorbas all over the island.
Yeah.
But no, in particular, this Zorba's very good Zorbas.
Right.
And it's the same owners. So everybody who was like, go and say hi to the owners. Same owners. Can't remember their names for the life of me, but same owners. So go them. But we went to this other place to go for zinc, it's called, and it's in Argosy. And the owner came over, and the first thing I clocked is he was wearing a Gant zippy. And I was like, a Gant zippy? How very Irish dad of you.
Gant.
I've
never heard of that.
Oh, here, Ray has been wearing Gant for Gant is the stuff you get your dad. It's mad golfer, pullover.
So it's rich dad.
I wouldn't
stuff.
say it's a rich dad.
It absolutely is. I saw your dad when you were away.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a little sneaky visit with Ray.
That's so rude of you.
I was obsessed.
Was you wearing a Gant jumper?
He could have been. I went to get my eyebrows done, obviously still.
Yeah, they look great.
And thanks. And just as I was leaving, he was coming in. And I was like, hi, Ray. And he was about to go off on his hollybops.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah, he went on his little hollybop. So he'd so much to do. But he had to go and, do the Michael D. Higgins the next day for the golf and whatever the fuck, because he's part of the board.
He's the captain.
He was.
El Capitano.
I have to, as you say, kiss the babies and shake the hands. Here I was, Ray, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here, Ray.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get
How
the
dare you be so cute.
Fuck out of here,
Don't pick
Ray.
up that dog because it's double cuteness. I can't.
Get the fuck out of my sight.
Oh.
Hadn't the thing done. And then Amy was like, oh, now you see where I get it. I'm like, I absolutely do. The two of you are lazy fuckers. Get up them stairs now.
There's
I
nothing.
says, bang on Alexa there, I says. And get going. Do it clockwise clean in the gaff and get your shit together, because she was going off as well for a wedding or something like that.
Yeah.
So the two of you need to now kick up the hole is what the two of you need.
Yeah.
But he was, I had a little sneaky visit with her. I was like, oh, Carla's not even in the country.
Oh, whoa, wow.
I was about to voice. You go, I was just with your daddy.
I'm just there with your daddy. What's going on? But yeah, so we were going in, Gant jumper, first thing I clock.
Right.
Then he was like, oh, how's the food, whatever. And I'm like, that's a weird accent.
Right.
So it turns out he studied in Manchester he didn't study. He moved to Manchester to study and he was there for 14 years. And he was like, oh, I know Dublin really well. My brother lives in Navan.
Fuck.
Like, how the fuck did you end up on Zakynthos?
Yeah.
Sorry, how did you end up from,
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, he met an Irish girl. They live in Navan. I was like, so bizarre.
Yeah. Weird.
So bizarre. But it was so funny because the accent was kind of Manchestery English. You know, that kind of like, there was the lilt. And I was like,
A
oh.
little tinge, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you sound
A lot of them from the islands fuck off. Like my landlord from Crete was like, had an Australian accent.
Well, you always wonder what else is there to do, you know, that kind
Yeah.
of way, because your season is so short.
Yeah. They don't,
Because-
it's very hard to make money during the winter.
Yeah. Like, what can you do? Because everything is just based on,
Yeah, and it's so
tourism,
weird
really.
because like the tax police come around, which is a thing on them islands. The tax police,
I know, it's so weird.
they come around and you have to have a receipt in front of you at all times if you get a drink. It's so fucking weird, and they're so corrupt.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're really corrupt, which is terrible on the little like they
Yeah.
all have to pay out money and stuff.
The islanders, like, because
it.
everything is very family run. Like,
Yeah.
still, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, people move over to try and make a shit ton of money over the summers. No, it's still like families.
Yeah, having to, and then they move up to the mountains during the winter and all that. Sort
Yeah.
of stuff, yeah. No, I know.
Cool though.
It's a mad way to live, but they live for years.
That's what
They're happy.
The Greeks have the longest life expectancy.
Yeah.
Did you ever
and I
see
mean,
your
they all
man?
smoke like chimneys.
I know. They all live their life. They all drink like fucking
Drink
no
and
others.
smoke like you wouldn't. They're like the Irish in the 80s. They really
Except
are.
we don't last.
They still
we don't last.
Well, they say, I feel like.
I think it's the
Do you ever
winters.
heard that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm reading the obituary to see who gave up the smokes? Because it generally seems like when people give up the smokes, that's when the health
go.
issues come.
Yeah.
I think this is not medical. I don't fucking keep
Medical
smoking.
advice.
Yeah, don't keep smoking and be like, Jen Hatton said that if I kept smoking.
Oh, perfect. I'll just spark up now, shall I?
If I kept smoking, it keeps the bad stuff at bay. I mean,
The diabetes won't get me now.
I do feel like though, like, and I have seen it myself. It's generally when they give up the smokes. That's when it's like, oh, hey, that's sorry, you're on a ventilator. Oh shit buzz,
Yeah.
shit buzz.
I think it's the winters that kill us. Because I came back to thunderstorms, so wet and cold, and I was like, perfect. So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were recording your lovely villa, your taverna, whatever the fuck you were in. I was walking around, pissing down rain Dublin, trying to look for a fridge because my fridge was gone.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lovely bundle from Harvey Norman. Great deal. Mm-hmm. Child pissed himself in the shop. There was puddles on the floor
Nice.
because I didn't fucking believe him, because I got him a slushie. We were at a little birthday party in Shipshape that day. He got a slushie on the way out. Did not stop drinking the thing. Brought him to the toilet when we were in Curry's. And because I had to go back over to the McDonald's, we were in Airside, so you have to go to the McDonald's
There's space on the floor.
to fucking no. I brought him to the toilet from Curry's, and then from the McDonald's we went to Harvey Norman, and then he started with the toilet again. I was like, Bobby, because he just wants to see every toilet. Do you know what I mean? Kids wanted it like when they go into a house or when they go into a shop and there's an upstairs, they want to see the upstairs. Or if they go into somebody's house, they want to see the upstairs. Or if they go somewhere new, they want to see the toilet. So I was thinking, and it's terrible, I was thinking he just wants to go to the toilet as well. So here's me going, Bobby, if you need to go to the toilet, it's going to be back over to McDonald's again. So it's nothing new. Like, do you know what I mean? Trying to let him know, you know, you're not seeing a new toilet here. And he was like, he kept saying it, and I was going, God, he does lie about stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Kids do.
Like,
Yeah,
like
kids
they do
love to
that.
lie, yeah.
And next of all, and they're paying. And I have a debit card, and you can only spend so much on a debit card, so I'm fucking paying with 3 debit cards to try and get this fucking bundle paid for. And he's there, and he has welly boots on, and he's like, I'm going, I'm going. And there I was. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they have carpet.
Yeah, they do.
They have carpet, which they run over all the time with the fucking, with the vacuums and the Dysons and whatnot. And I'm saying to your man behind the counter, I'm like, I'm so sorry, my child is, I was like, just little puddles, like, you know, and then I had to put him on my fucking back to bring him out to the car. It was horrendous.
Oh.
And then I get home and I see the fucking video you're after sending me on WhatsApp going, look at our gorgeous house. Isn't it beautiful? Here I was, fuck off, girl. Fuck off.
The fact that there was puddles.
There was actually 2 little puddles from like each side of his leg. Oh, he was in... He actually, to be fair, wasn't that upset. I don't think shit like that phases kids. But it was the fact I felt terrible. I had the mom guilt because I didn't believe him. But like he literally had just gone to the toilet 10 seconds before. I just didn't register. I didn't like keep in mind the slushy that he did not stop drinking. Do you know, like the ice was white, the blue was gone. It was on his tongue. Like it was. It looked like a
But in all fairness, like kids take 3 sips out of things and they put it away. They forget about
That's
it. Like.
it, yeah. So, yeah, terrible. Don't fucking report me to Tulsa, please. That's all I'll say. Please don't.
No, look, kids are maniacs.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, they really are. Guys, this episode is about Eurovision.
Eurovision.
So we had the Eurovision. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been saying we've been doing this for years, and we did say we'd do it, but this year's good.
Yeah, I only watched Tuesday, I will admit, so I'm coming into this blind, and it was an interesting watch.
Well, I didn't watch Thursday. I was out on Thursday, but I've been listening to the playlist all week.
Right, okay.
And I actually...
Some of them are bops.
Have been actively seeking the playlist out.
Yeah. I did before, like last week, I was emptying the dryer, and I just threw on Eurovision.
Yeah.
Top hits.
Yeah.
And they're bangers. Absolute bangers.
Oh, we'll get into that. I'm going to do a little whistle stop tour first of all of Ireland in the contest.
Yeah.
We're not going to focus too much on that because, like, is there anything really to focus on?
It's like the way Liverpool used to be like, back in the day, we won that shit.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
And it's just like, leave it in the past now.
But if Sweden are pipped, well, Sweden and Finland have been back and forth.
Is Finland
week.
the one? Oh, is she not? Okay, which one is the...
Sweden is Tattoo by Loreen.
That's fair. No, the one Queen of Kings, who's that?
Oh, that's Norway.
Yeah, they were good as well.
She'll be top 5, I'd say.
Yeah.
But there's really, guys, I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
It's really good. Australia's very good as well.
Why are they in it? They can't win, can they?
Australia are in it, as far as I know, because they have...
Their stands.
Their stands, but also because they have a lot of expats. Now, that part could be a lie, but as far as I was aware, that was the decision, because they had the highest amount of viewership for any country,
right,
anywhere in the world for Eurovision.
Because it's a lot of people from different countries watching it.
I think so, but so anyway, they're Eurovision stands, so we just said, sure, you can get in it. Money to be made there. Mm-hmm. Their song's good.
Okay.
Promise, it's actually quite good. It's rocky, but it's a good kind of like rocky tune. Okay. Right. Do you know that kind of way? But yeah, so I've kind of been up and down with the Eurovision over the years. Like at one point it got so unbelievably uncool, which was like the late 2000s.
Yeah.
Then they tried to revamp it up. I don't know if you remember that year where they had like, I think Alexander Rybak won that year with Fairy Tale, which is one of the best Eurovision songs of all time.
What country was that?
Norway,
right, okay.
Here's a little clip of it. It's such a tune,
so?
And he plays the fiddle.
I disagree.
No, it's a banger. How dare you?
I think it's pants. Nah. That's not a banger.
It is.
Compared to some of the songs that are out since, like
it's a banger. Not everything has to be a trance tune. It's a good song. So around then, I remember they did, I can't remember where it was hosted, but I remember a MadCon, they did that song Glow. Okay. And they did this big, like, they tried to make it cool again, basically.
Right.
And I remember at that point being like, okay, this could be cool. And I think it might have been it was around the year Alina's Satellite, which I always hated as well, which is one of the most famous Eurovision songs.
Right.
Which I always thought was absolute dog shit. But after that, it kind of got ropey for a while. And then the last, I think, the rebirth, if you will, because then you had Loreen win with Euphoria.
Yeah.
Which was great.
That was 2012.
Yeah. And it kind of fell off again. And it came back up with Duncan Lawrence, I think that's his name, with Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah, Duncan Lawrence with Arcade. Do you know it?
No.
Well, you're about to.
All right. Oh, I do know that. Is that Eurovision?
That's Eurovision. What a song.
I didn't know that was Eurovision.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good, yeah.
So good. So see, balance coming.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Of course ballads can win. Johnny Logan did it for Ireland plenty of times.
That was back then.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher remixed it with him and added another verse, because that's one of the things. I think that song's going to be 2 minutes 30.
Right.
That's why they're so short. And it's kind of shit, because you're like, oh.
Just getting into
Because that last minute is really when like everything comes.
Yeah.
Because you're allowed to have a shit verse on a song if the rest of them are good.
Yeah,
I believe it's like you're building up to the good stuff. So I think it kind of got cool again around that time.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the hype picking up, but then, you know, TikTok came along and all that, and then we had COVID. I was like, what was that thing called again? What was that big disease called again? Yeah. So, look, let's get into it. Ireland cracks me up, because I just want to mention something. So 1965 Eurovision started, right? And it was to help countries bond after the war that essentially destroyed everything.
Relationships.
There was only 12 countries.
Right.
So like we were winning out of 12.
Fuck off. I didn't know the context.
That's what I mean. I'm like, because I was going through it and I was like, so we weren't really like smashing it out of 50, were we?
Yeah.
No, we were winning out of 12.
Oh, is this where the 12 points came from?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then they kept it. So, like 1965, some of the, I'm just going to, again, whistle stop tour some of the clangers that we've had over the years, right?
Yeah, okay.
1960, or 19, I got the date wrong because I said 1961 here, but it's obviously not that. Muriel Day, she wore a Pope costume for her song.
Lovely.
I'd like you to all have a look at that. 1970 was Dana with All Kinds of Everything.
Yeah.
Again, still only 12 entries. Then after 1970, it moved up to, they added 6 more countries.
Okay.
So then it went up to 18, but it's still only 18, lads.
Yeah.
Not what it is now.
How many's in it now? Like, there's 20 in the grand final alone.
There's only 20 in the grand final.
Yeah, so there was 10 in the semi-final on
10
Tuesday and 10.
And then the 5. So you've got the countries that always make it.
So there must be 30.
So it's the countries that always get through are Germany, Spain, France, Italy, the UK.
Did Germany get through on Tuesday?
They don't. They are always in. They're qualified. Their song's shit.
So oh my God.
The song's
it was
so
so
bad.
fucking funny watching it. And he's like, we are happy. And it was like, but you're not smiling. This is typical Germany.
Yeah.
Like, it's typical Germany. You're standing there fucking miserable, mate. You've nothing on the line here.
Yeah. Sorry, 6 countries get through. Those 5 and whoever won.
Okay.
So I think Ukraine automatically gets through to the next year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you qualify. I could be wrong.
Why is the
on
UK
that.
getting through again? Oh, they came second last year.
No, the UK, they put enough money toward it. They're the anchor countries. Do you get me?
Political, isn't it?
Oh, people say that, but at the same time, I think with social media nowadays, it's kind of had to stop being it, because now they're following like what the kids are following, what the Gen Zs are saying. I think it is, because there is an element of but our song was shit, and I feel like the only people that are like, oh, it's so political, are people who are like, we're such a nation of begrudgers. The song was not good, guys. The band is good. The song was not. We need to separate the art from the artist here.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Yeah, I wasn't mad about it. It didn't really compare to some that were.
We'll get back to that.
But listen, it was better than fucking Croatia. Bleeding Hitler on the stage.
Yeah, but I think there's stuff like that again. They're going to get stands, aren't they? There's going to be people. There's always going to be. It's like that year that they voted for Hard Rock Hallelujah to win, because there's that like anti-establishment. Same thing happened with the X Factor.
I was going to say, it's always the novelties.
It's that kind of like, right, well, fuck the Eurovision. It's a load of shit anyway. Let's vote for the fucking Mad Rockers.
Yeah.
You know?
Mad Rockers, like the fucking YMCA. Like, it was that Croatia were.
It was batshit, but they're very, very popular in their country. That's what they said before. They were like, these are like number 1 band in Croatia.
But they can't vote for themselves.
No, but if you're a number 1 band, the number 1 band in Ireland's U2. Think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know? Your other places are bound to hear of it.
Yeah, okay.
Like
the neighbours.
But not only that, I think there is going to be that level of like, if there's a buzz around people, Like, I think that's the problem. That's what happened with Wild Youth. People started putting their investment into what they thought Wild Youth would do versus the actual song that they sang.
Yeah, okay.
The song was not good. Say what you, I don't care. I will fight you to the death. I know people are very, very protective over it. The song was dog shit. Okay. You can say whatever you want to me. The song would have been an amazing winner in 2004.
Grand, yeah, okay, fair enough.
You know?
Yeah.
Leading up for Mickey Joe to go in with We Got the World, which was a better song.
Yeah.
And of the time.
It was catchier. I can't remember Wild Youth song, to be fair. I can't remember.
Tonight we are one.
Oh, yeah.
But like, let me just go through the lyrics of the chorus. It's we might all be different, or sorry, something about like we're all different and we're all unique. You might be a leader, I might be a freak.
Right.
Something about being under the sun, we are one. Give me now. What I will say is, you also have Miss Israel, fucking smoke show of a young one.
Smoke show.
And I'm a bit worried about her because her song's even worse. I got the power of a unicorn, all here on my own.
Yeah.
Okay, problems. I have problems with that. Because when you listen to Duncan Lawrence and that masterpiece, or when you listen to Lorene's masterpieces, they're very well written pop songs. I'm down for that. Same with Finland. It's a bit bonkers, but it works because it's so catchy.
Yeah.
But like, I have a problem with someone just being really hot and being able to dance and people being like, she's got my vote.
But I'm not going to lie, if Fionnuala Jones had gone into Eurovision with I'm a Bimbo Baby, we would have fucking gotten it. I do think so.
The lyrics are so good.
Yeah. I know.
That's what I mean.
So
the lyrics are great.
Forward.
But the lyrics were good. They were funny.
Yeah.
Do you know? You kind of have to...
But you know what? I was thinking of texting Fionnuala and being like, you should have entered that where I'm a Bimbo Baby, but in Irish.
So...
And nobody would have known.
Let me bring you back to our first Oscuelga entry.
Oh, lovely.
Which was Sandy Jones with Quail Gras.
Okay.
In 1972. We came 15th at 18 that year.
Oh, right.
They didn't love it. They didn't love it. Yeah. Then you had Red Hurley, 1976. He's a name.
Right.
With, I can't remember, something with When and something. Obviously, I was typing this very quickly and didn't get it. He came 10th, though. So people were liking that.
Okay.
Johnny Logan.
Here we go.
We're a fucking prize. Here's a prize.
We're dancing, yup.
Yeah.
Now we're dancing.
Yeah. So Johnny Logan came first in 1980 out of 19 countries.
Right.
Lovely. So take that to the bank.
He was so handsome.
He was, and that's when I was looking at the video, those eyes just locked with mine. I was like,
God.
I would have been falling over, and I wonder he won.
Because I was like, you know, when he did that McDonald's ad not too long
gorgeous.
ago.
Yeah,
but he was in his older years and he was singing Hold Me Now.
Yeah, but his eyes were like popping.
Yeah, but it was like all the women were kind of going, oh my God, look at him. And I was like, what is the fucking story with him? And then, because I was like, obviously not into it. But then when I looked at the videos of him in Eurovision years ago, I was like, he's the Irish Elvis Presley. He's fucking beautiful. Look at that man. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
and he was an absolute heartthrob.
Oh yeah, and it was the lyrics and the way he did. You would be in the audience going, ah, you know, fanning yourself down. Never seen this before.
You would have just been like, look at that.
Look at the fucking
man.
Johnny
Look at that gorgeous man. And also very of the time. So that's something that I thought we did really well. Everything that you see, because I looked at some other entries from those years that we won, and we were the best of the time.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what's going wrong with us now. Eurovision has moved on. You've got some really good songs now. You've got some belters, some ballads, really, like, some are well written, some are not. Some I'll give a pass to because English isn't what they'd normally sing in, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
And then you've got us, which are, again, knocking out a B-side on a Westlife album from 2004.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my issue. Versus beforehand, we were like current of the time, Johnny. Like we were singing the stuff that people were winning with.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so that's my thing. So we're on our glory tour, right? Johnny Logan's after absolutely smashing it out of the park. I'm going to teleport you to the next year, 1981.
Right.
Okay, so the year is 1981. You'll be born in 6 years' time.
I'm but an apple in my father's eye.
There you go. We have Sheba.
An apple, a spark, a twinkle. Continue.
We have Sheba.
A dog's name.
With their song Horoscopes. And I would like you to bring you to this. So there's 3 of them and they're doing their like whatever. So they are essentially wearing Tinkerbell costumes.
Lovely.
And one of them is wearing cornrows. Diamante cornrows. So cornrow, diamante, cornrow, diamante.
Cornrows or plaits?
Cornrows.
I feel like I had them on my confirmation as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you take from that what you will.
Okay. Have you got a
Cornrows.
clip?
From Ireland. Oh, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. Right, so we'll put this out as a video on the Insta so you can see what's the song.
I told you already the song's Sheba. Horoscopes.
Oh! But that's not what I had on my confirmation.
They're cornrows.
They're proper cornrows. They do look like little Tinkerbells.
Go on, Tinkerbell. Cultural appropriation, Tinkerbell.
Lovely. There didn't need to be 3 of them. They didn't need to go that hard.
I'd like someone to remix this. Marty Guilfoyle, where are you?
Where are you, Marty?
If you did love at first sight.
Yep, now I'm dancing. Fuck's sake. Hack them. That's that was that.
That was that. So we went from Johnny Logan to cornrows. It's a slippery slope, that Eurovision.
Where are those ladies now is what I want to know.
I'll let someone else do that deep dive.
Probably gave up smoking.
Obituaries for IP dying.
Shit. Whoopsie doopsie. No, that's terrible. Oh my God, we're so bad. So bad.
1984, Linda Martin of Tonight.
She can't even sing it. Okay.
All night to get lucky.
Is it? What? Excuse me. Oh no, that's something that what? Explain
Linda
this.
Martin of Get Lucky fame.
Right.
You've seen Linda Martin perform
think I
Get
have,
Lucky on
yes.
was it Brendan O'Connor show?
Oh God.
Yeah, 2 absolute clangers, let me tell you there.
Fucking hell.
So that was her first year with Terminal. She came second, fuming over that, so she was. 1987, Hold Me Now.
Johnny.
And I have my notes here. I think he was just winning because he was drop dead gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Having my notes. 1989, then we moved up to 22 countries, so it was getting stiff now, eh?
Yeah.
Linda came back with Why Me? You know, Why Me?
Did she win with that?
She did. In
yeah.
Sweden, of all places.
Oh.
So, right audience for a good song of the time.
Yeah.
Niamh Kavanagh then with In Your Eyes in 93 in Mill Street, which I thought was gas. That's why I wrote it down.
Mill Street.
Yeah. Didn't do well that year. My personal favourite of all Eurovision Irish entries is Rock and Roll Kids, which we won with Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan.
Lovely.
Do you love the Rock and Roll Kids?
I can't say that I remember this though.
You were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did. And listening to those
I do know this.
songs
You do, it's
on the
gorge.
radio.
We used to like scream at each other every day.
I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time.
It's the way that it sang. Do you know what it reminds me of? Was it The Hangover and your man, the wedding singer? And he's like, I'll take it to my fucking candy.
Oh, fucking give it to me, baby. You be the nympho. I'll be the nympho.
I'll be a fucking info. And everybody's kind of looking at him going, is he corpsing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, fucking give it to me, baby.
It's just that kind of, that, like, it was very flex. Like,
Yeah,
just
it was very flex.
explaining what's going on
Yeah.
in the middle of the song.
Yeah. So that smashed out the fucking Park Gang.
Yeah.
A belter. 96, then we won with a very Enya inspired Sinead Quinn of The Voice, and the song was called The Voice, and it was like, I am the voice. You know, that kind of.
Can I hear it?
Yeah.
I love Enya.
Do you?
Oh, do you know what?
Okay.
I can't, like, oh, yes. There's, like, if you actually put your headphones in and listen to an Enya song, you'll literally be blown away. I don't think I think it's very, Like, everybody knows it's great and all that, but to actually sit down and listen to it on full blast, you're like, what the fuck?
What, Enya?
Yeah. It's real, like, just the layers to it. It's very good.
Sorry, I'm a liar, Emer Quinn.
Jesus.
When I was making these these notes, I must have been on gear. The amount of
on the
stuff.
Tilex again. Everybody loved you on Tilex on Patreon.
I know, because
You were off
I was
your
my
face.
true form.
Did you listen again?
What?
You were a cunt.
Oh, I didn't listen, no. I wasn't going to
Did you
listen.
not?
I couldn't even, there were so many comments, Jen, I couldn't even reply to them. I was mortified.
We had a debate about, you had the fear.
Out the Tilex fear.
We had a debate about chocolate bars on Patreon, and Carla was off her face on Tilex.
And I was giving it to
You were
Willy Wonka.
You were a bastard to me. You were
I was
like,
giving it to Willy Wonka.
just brushing me off. And I said, didn't matter. It was Carla's show. It was Carla's show.
No, because you were making stupid points about chocolate bars, and I was like, that's not true. Like purple snacks, it doesn't have a place in this conversation. Get out.
Different opinions. This is an opinionated podcast, and you just
I wasn't hearing it.
knocking me down.
I wasn't having a bar.
4 or 5 pegs.
Yeah.
That episode.
So this is The Voice.
Okay, I go for it.
Very Enya-esque. Just think about it.
Okay. I know that one. Yes. Did we win with that?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm fucking glad. I remember that one. That was really famous.
This was of the time.
Yeah. You just imagine her being like a little mermaid on a rock singing that.
No, she wasn't. She was very roby.
Yeah, fab.
It was very
Was
Irish.
there a harp on the stage?
I'm pretty sure there was.
There fucking had to have been.
And then that was our last win, I'm pretty sure, guys. Yeah, that was our last win. But we have had some other clangers.
Yeah. Was this like, okay, so that was 93? You said?
96.
96.
That was our last win.
And when did Eurostar come around?
It came around in 2003.
Right, that's when they were losing
So,
the will.
Millennium of Love was the first memory I have of Eurovision, which was 2000. So I would have been 10.
Okay.
And I remember watching it because it was that kind of like, they were trying to be current, but it wasn't very good. And I remember at that point we were still like, we won it 4 years ago. There was still hope.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember being like, okay. And I remember thinking the song was good. Mm-hmm. So that was my very first memory, Millennium of Love, good old Heyman. Mickey Joe then came in 2003 with We've Got the World Tonight.
He was the Eurostar winner.
He was the Eurostar winner. Him and Simon battled to the death. Can't remember your man's second name. Battled to the death. He came in 11th, which was a really good result for us at that time. Mm-hmm. Still think he should have won.
Okay.
Still fucking fuming that he didn't. But that's fine. I would also like to whisk you up to 2005 with Donna and Joe.
Okay.
Our other Eurostar winners.
It was that for quite a while, because that was the whole thing. Eurostar was, you were going to represent us in the
that
Eurovision.
was it was a big, it was like the X Factor for Eurovision. But like that's what, like, Sweden does that now. I think it's called Wonder Song, or I can't remember. Anyway, whatever, they still do that. A lot of countries still do it because Eurovision's a big, and this is, I'll talk about it after I finish our little whistle stop tour. But like Eurovision is a big deal in every other country.
Yeah. They take it seriously.
Yeah, so Donna and Joe with Love. Do you remember that?
No.
The brother and sister duet?
I do, yeah, I know that there was one.
Love can make you happy. Love can make you cry.
Oh God, I don't even want to hear it.
It's so bad. Brian Kennedy then, we tried to bring it back with Brian in 2006. He came 10th out of 42, which was really good. Highest placing I think that we've had in a very long time.
I do remember that, and it was like, he's the next Johnny Logan now.
Yeah.
He's the next Johnny, and he wasn't.
But what I say, 2005 with Donna and Joe, that was the first year of the semis and we did not qualify. So Brian Kennedy obviously did the semis, qualified. Everybody was like, yeah, we're fucking winning it.
We're back, baby.
We weren't back. 2008 was Dustin. I think at that time we tried to, again, like Fast Food Rockers and, you know, Eiffel 65. That was all early 2000s. We then come with Dustin with the Novelty Act in 2008.
Yeah.
We're so late to the party.
Yeah.
Like everyone's moved on. They're making their convos when we were showing up to our communions, do you know?
Yeah.
Mad.
I know.
Then 2011 again, Jedward with Lipstick. They came 8th overall.
I was scarlet seeing them. I remember being in the Paddocks pub when they were on the telly, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And this was before we kind of had an appreciation for Jedwards. This was around the time we were like, they're an embarrassment.
But sorry, that's a lie. Everybody was like, Oh, we're so mortified, but we would have been delighted if they won. We would have been like, fair play to the boys.
Oh,
now.
it would have been an instant change in attitude. Yeah, absolutely.
And they came 8th and everybody was like, oh,
Jesus,
them lads are doing very well after us not qualifying for years in the semis. But again, Jedward had the most amount of international, I would say, celeb.
Yeah.
Because people knew them from the X Factor, and any other countries that would have watched the X Factor, and streaming was big and all that other kind of stuff. So like, you would have been able to go onto a YouTube video and watch them pretty easy. They came back the next year, which I think was a bad move with Waterline. They qualified again, but they came 19th. We shouldn't have, this is what I hate about us. It's like, okay, well that kind of nearly works, so we'll go again.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh, the government. Oh. Anyway, Nicky Byrne went in 2016. Exactly. The blackout years. I was like, what? Nicky Byrne went in 2016.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is this a myth or is there a thing? If they're a professional singer,
yeah, you can't.
They're not allowed to win.
No, it's not. If you have international success, and you have to have, there is a gap. So, because obviously Brian Kennedy had international success.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh God,
I think he might have been big in America. You know the way America sometimes adopt that. Do you remember Tattoo went for Russia the first year that Russia?
Yes.
And everybody was like, excuse me, that was the biggest song, but it was 10 years ago or something. There's like a qualifying amount of time. They can't have had like an international hit in X amount of time.
Billboard 100 or whatever.
There is rules. Okay. Otherwise everybody would be sending.
Because I remember Blue going for England and I was like, yeah, it's good and all, but they won't be able to win with them.
Yeah.
Like they always send somebody who's had
some, like they sent your one Jade from the Sugar Babes as well,
right?
They try and send people, and they've sent the Fast Food Rockers, and they sent Scooch. Do you remember we're flying the flag? It was like a novelty act. Anyway, they always try and send, and they sent Javine.
Yes, I remember that.
Do you remember that? Yeah, and they sent say it again, say it. What was it? Precious. Sing it again. With your one Jenny Frost from Atomic Kitten. She was in it.
Okay. Love that.
And I think they made that band for Eurovision. There was some kind of competition-y kind of thing that went for them. They didn't qualify anyway, but like,
yeah.
But I think there was such a lovely time where everybody just fucking hated the UK, and the UK would get nil point all of the time because they automatically qualify. So we were always so bitter about that. But we love seeing them getting 0 point.
Yeah. And not that they would vote for Ireland, but they're not allowed to vote for Ireland, which is another political thing that I just don't
are
get.
In the main competition. They're not in the semis, I don't think.
But sure, like
they are in the main competition.
You need the fucking help.
I know, but we shouldn't need the help in the semis, Jen, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I suppose.
The song was not good enough to qualify. Get over it!
Why aren't you allowed to? I'd love to know the rules.
There's...
You're not allowed to vote for your neighbouring country
No, you are.
Why aren't the UK allowed to vote for us in the semis then?
The semis was... So the semis this year was public vote only.
Okay.
So it wasn't jury and any of that shit. It was pure public vote only. But the UK couldn't vote for that whole group of people.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know if it was an Ireland thing, but like I'm sure there's fucking people going absolutely Lego about it, being like, oh, we would have qualified. No, we wouldn't have. Guys, it was not good.
No.
Anyway, Ryan O'Shaughnessy in 2018, very good song.
He did a good song.
He did a great song. I think he was probably the best. I think Brooke should have qualified last year, definitely. I think her song was very Eurovision, but I really liked Ryan's. He qualified and he came in the teens.
Okay.
Maybe high teens.
Yeah, he did do well.
He did well, and the song was lovely. But I will say, I was like, though we be together till we die. But it was way too high.
Yeah, okay.
For men singing at that key. You always, those kind of people that have like Shane Ward and everything, and then they have to come to that song where they have to do the belter, and it's like always a bit of a...
Yeah.
I just
they always tone it down when it's live and stuff.
Yeah, and it's hard because I feel like he's a great singer and the song's a great song. But it's so rough because the whole song is in that key. Yeah. To sing at that key for a man, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he did so well, but I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's just a rough song to sing live 3 times.
Yeah.
Tough.
No.
So then we had him in 2018, and then we had Sarah McTiernan with number 22 in 2019. This is another version of great singer, bad song. The song was honestly one of the worst things I've heard in my life.
Okay.
Do you remember it?
No. There was a bit of like that blackout years.
Yeah.
Okay.
With somebody, I'm confusing him with you, and
Megan Trainor.
Number 22.
Isn't it? Yeah, her style,
me.
her voice doesn't suit that style.
2019.
Yeah, no, that's
I see.
See, this is where it was. When the fuck did they start with the Late Late thing?
And the staging, she was in it. And so was Ryan. The staging on that was her in a 60s midi dress with two girls trying to make it retro.
Oh, no.
But the song is neither retro, nor is it good, nor is it anything. And this is where it comes to like great singer, bad song.
Yeah, very bad song.
Fucking shocker.
Yeah.
And we were fuming about that too. We were like, she's young and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
No.
What year was Casey Smith?
Don't know.
I liked her song. I think
like-
she was 2015. She was in like the Golds. She was another late one. I think it was produced and helped along by your one from Dove, Hazel Kainswarren. I know Casey. And she was in what are they called? Do you remember Louis Walsh did the band? Was it Wonder?
Oh, Wonderland.
Yeah.
They were a good band.
They were a good band.
His name Casey what?
Casey Smith. And she represented, I think it was
Heartbeat?
Heartbeat. It must have been 2013 because, no, or maybe 2011 because it was the year after she was in Crete with us for one of the summers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
and you were like, wow, we know
what the
that
fuck? It must have been 2011 because it was the year after.
Okay.
And I remember going, I saw you on the Eurovision last year. Starty Casey.
Oh, very good.
What's the bleeding crack?
Very good.
All right there.
Very good.
Stunning. Fuck
Really?
me. Beautiful girl. But I thought it was a great song. But I don't even think we got through semis. But yeah, anyway.
We didn't, sorry.
Yeah.
I would have let you know if we did. We didn't with Nicky Byrne.
Yeah.
Sunlight. So bad.
Okay, yeah. Have you got Casey's there?
I do.
Yeah.
Keep your head high above the wall.
I thought that was very Eurovision.
It actually is.
Yeah, they had like the bell on and there was a bit of fucking the fellas dancing were like I was like,
remember
oh
seeing
hello. Yeah, they had leather pants and it was very Eurovision and she looked amazing. Because I even remember at the time Nikki Tutorials tweeted like how stunning she was in the outfit and the whole get up. She was like, fucking hell, look at her. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good one. I don't even think she qualified for the final though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I remember now seeing a clip of her when I was going through it and being like, oh, right. Or do you remember, et cetera, I heard it all too many times.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
It was
I
like
remember that.
2012. They made her wear the ripped, Sinead something, and they made her wear the ripped leggings. Do you remember the leggings with the rips down the front?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, very rock chick. Her hair was like that rocky kind of fringe, piecey fringe. I was like, oh, you're very cool. So, yeah, that's all the bullshit that we've done. And then we also had... cancelled 2020. Then there was I cannot remember for the life of me, Leslie Roy, who went twice. Sorry, she was supposed to go the first time. It was cancelled and she went the second time. The song the first time was better than the song the second time, but we came last out of every single country.
I do remember that, yeah.
So that was good. Now we've done that a few times in the semis. We have come last out of absolutely everybody. And a lot of people are like, I don't know why, and I absolutely do know why. Because we rip the piss out of the Eurovision and then we expect to compete. And it happens every single time. And we don't want to put any money or any effort into it. And then we expect to qualify. And then we do things like we put Wild Youth in there, and we just expect, because they're popular on Spin 103.8 and with Irish influencers, that they will just absolutely go in there and take the crown. Yeah. There's like a real delusion when it comes to Eurovision in this country.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't send fucking Dermot Kennedy or Keane DeCrow or something.
You can't, he's too much international success. But like, I think that there's loads of great people that we could have sent.
Yeah.
And really good songs that we could have written. But we don't put the effort in.
We don't.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
Just because Niall Horan is like, yeah, I think Ireland should win. Obviously, he's Irish.
Yeah, everybody, like obviously anybody who's representing the country is going to be like, yeah, I do think. But then wasn't there the whole thing? And like you said, it's like once we don't win, it's nearly like, oh, there's something, they won't let us, they won't give us a chance or whatever.
Yeah, there's always this like unrest almost being like, oh, well, it's all political and it's all that. No, just come with a really good song. like Duncan Lawrence, like Lorraine, like the entries this year. I think it's going to be, so I always picked Sweden to win. I think Finland might take it.
Yeah.
Because the song is so fucking good and so catchy. And when you look at everybody in the audience, they're all going wild for it because it's such a production. But as I said, we're recording this on Saturday. This will be out tomorrow, so we'll know the winner.
Yes, well, we don't know at the moment. At the time of recording, we do not know who's going to win, but it's going to be Sweden, isn't it?
Sweden or Finland.
Okay.
So this is my prediction. So I'm going to go through them now. So as we know, we love Tattoo, Lorene's Tattoo.
So fucking good.
Not her best performance on the semis.
Would she have muted it? Is it going to be the exact same performance on the final?
She always goes. She always goes rasher.
Yeah. And she sang half of that line down.
And in a crouch and on her side and in some yoga position. She's fucking unbelievable, lads.
Yeah. Serious voice.
We did have a listener say it sounds exactly like The Winner Takes It All. I don't see the connection.
No, I can't see. This is the real fucking reason why people keep bringing Ed Sheeran to fucking court and he missed his nana's funeral. Because of people like you. We don't. That doesn't sound like The Winner Takes It All.
No.
We haven't even mentioned amateur all this. Like, they fucking... they did it.
They
Eurovision.
If she wins, Sweden will tie with us for most wins. Yeah. So we're almost waiting. We're almost like, fuck off there now. So one thing that we have with Eurovision, but like someone's going to take it soon enough. I think the UK have 5.
Yeah, and I think she's going to be the first female to break that record as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. So that, I think she'll definitely be top 2, if not top 3. Now, Cha Cha Cha, I think definitely will.
This is Finland, is it?
This is Finland.
I think I might have been given out to Bobby when this came on.
It was late. It was number 14, I think, and there was only 16.
I was putting them up to bed. That's what it was. Yeah,
this is a fucking belter.
It's so Eurovision, isn't it? Was this the pink human centipede?
Yes. And he's riding on the back of it.
Everybody was comparing him to James Cavalier
because he has the fringe.
Yeah. Oh, now I remember seeing them being interviewed. I didn't see the actual performance. What the fuck?
It's such a tune. I've been listening to it all week in the car because it starts off kind of like weird and rockery,
right?
But like the cha 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 part, he like does like this headbang, and everybody in the audience was doing it with him. He has the little routine that everybody knows. You know, everyone's like cha cha cha. So I think for that,
it's the gimmick. They love the gimmick,
but I think it's the production's really good. The way they've done it is amazing.
Yeah.
I just think it's such a good effort.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, that's a fucking Eurovision song. Same with Loreen. I'm like, that's a fucking Eurovision song. But Loreen's, I'd danced to in the club.
I was going to say, Loreen's, I wouldn't, like, if you had just played that without any context and I'd never heard it before, there's no fucking way I'm telling you that's a Eurovision song. Whereas his, I would say, yeah, that's a Eurovision song.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get you. I do understand. Like, I don't think his will age as well as hers will.
Yeah.
So the other things that I think we need to be a little careful of is, we're gone. No, but as in, I think they will be top 2. There's a couple others that are kind of now, after watching them perform, I've talked about Noah Carell with the unicorn.
Yeah.
Just because she's hot and because of her little dance break.
Dance break.
I know, but the song is genuinely...
It's dog shit, yeah.
It's dog shit.
It's gonna be phenomenal.
I think it's very... I didn't know that's what she was singing. Only when like Hannah Waddingham was doing this like unicorn
she
thing,
has the thing.
I was like, oh, that's what she was saying.
It's not a good song.
It's not really. But like she goes really hard.
The dancing is fucking crazy. So I'd like her and Mr. Italy to do a kiss.
Oh,
I would like that to happen.
Okay.
I think that would be nice.
Yeah. I find it just a little side piece because like there was obviously mentions of the comparisons between like the whole Israel thing.
Oh, they absolutely should not be involved.
No,
like they absolutely, like they should be
there.
rushed, yeeted out of the comp.
That's because that's what I was like. Because I was kind of going when I was watching it. I was like, she's being celebrated a lot, which isn't. It's not her fault. You know what I mean?
No, she's not part of the war.
She's not proud of the whole thing.
No,
like the whole Palestine thing.
Yeah,
you know. But it was like, you know, on Twitter it was kind of like, Russia, boo. Israel, yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Like Israel.
Nice, yeah.
Really?
So I think the other people, so I think you have to watch out for her. She'll place top 10 definitely. Well, I hope politically she doesn't, but I think because she has the most amount of views on the Eurovision TikTok account at this moment in time, because it's the, you know, where she's like, you want to see me dance, and then she whips off her clothes and she's like, bam, 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 bam.
She's some mover.
And she's some fucking groover, guys. She's unbelievable.
I want to be her when I grow up.
Please go on to, if you're not arse with Eurovision, but please go and have a look at that performance, because she is blowing the roof off.
And then the background where she has like the wet hair,
and it's
like,
just her.
Oh fucking!
If I was that hot, that's what I would do. I'd just put a big thing of me up too, doing the little unicorn. I was like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I was like, fucking hell, yeah, makes sense.
She's so hot.
She's unbelievable. So I think she will do well.
Yeah.
I think Who the Hell is Edgar is obviously a banger. That's Austria. They're top 10 in the bookies too.
Okay.
Which is Edgar Allan Poe. This is a song about Edgar Allan Poe.
I don't know what that is. Edgar Allan Poe.
There's a ghost in my body.
Okay. It's not the worst. Edgar Allan Poe. Right. Yeah, no, it's grand, yeah.
It's a banger.
Explain something to me.
Yeah.
What's Edgar Allan Poe?
Huh?
What's Edgar Allan Poe? What is that?
Jen.
Carla.
Jen.
I don't be having the time for these things. I don't know what this is.
Okay, so
educate me and educate the people.
Edgar Allan Poe. You don't even remember from The Simpsons?
No.
He was an American like poet and author, and he did very kind of dark, strange. You know The Crow?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember the Simpsons episode? It was all weird and shot in like one of the weird mansions and stuff like that.
No.
Anyway, he's fucking ancient.
Yeah.
But he's one of the most celebrated writers and poets of all times. He's got some very strange but very good poetry.
Right.
And he's not The Crow, The Raven. What am I like? The Raven. You do know it.
The Raven.
You would, and it's kind of like, you'd know it from the Simpsons episode if nothing else.
Okay. Here's me going, yeah, I know The Crow. I think I'm thinking of The Crow, the movie.
I'm thinking of The Crow. There's another Crow thing that I'm thinking of here, and I can't remember what the fuck it is. But anyway, The Raven, he's like, watch the Simpsons episode and you'll probably pick up everything that you need to know. It's very macabre and very
oh, The Raven, where Bart turns into a little bird. Yes.
I think is that where it's that anyway, where they kind of basically do it out, but
there's people screaming at their speakers right now.
Yeah. But those girls are famous on TikTok. The only thing that I will say is, again, the harmonies are very hard to do live because it's so high and there's two of them. And it kind of loses, you have to belt out a song, I think, on Eurovision. So it loses a little bit of its power because it's kind of like, you know, that kind of way. Mm-hmm. But they're very good singers. But I think it's very tough when it's live and it's a big live performance. You
need so much energy, like.
There's a lot going on. I think France will do well with Évidemment, who is Lazara. She's just a beautiful French bitch.
Okay.
Real curvy blonde hair, very like Dita Von Teese kind of looking. The whole, it's very like, very French.
Beautiful.
I think she'll do quite well. I like Switzerland's entry with your man Ramo Foray. He's water gun.
Oh my god,
like it. I do. I don't think I think again the lyrics need a little bit of work, but I think he's a very good singer.
This is the man bun fella with the robe.
No, that's Moldova with the flute.
Moldova. Oh my god. I felt like I was on one of them retreats.
They're not going to do well.
What? You got through?
No, but because it was a Mad L song. It's actually not the worst tune ever, but the fucking staging is.
It's the way and that's his second year doing it as well.
I know.
What are them fucking retreats called? I always forget the name of them.
Ayahuasca retreats.
Ayahuasca. That's what I felt like I was on. I was like, he's about to drink a bowl of soup and vomit all over the crowd, and with the fucking. You were talking about cultural appropriation with your watch along on the Insta stories with the there was a lot going on.
There was so much happening. Like I was like, I don't know if this is okay. I don't know if this is allowed.
I was like, when's the goat coming out? There's going to be a goat coming out on the stage.
It was very big sacrifice vibe.
Milking it like
it was very sacrifice vibe.
But I loved it at the same time. I was like, this is so weird. And like in his little VO, he was like picking fruit and all.
That's what I mean. They make them all look so pure, and then he gets on the stage and he's like, I'm going to summon a demon. And I'm like, ah!
I have no shoes on. You know shit's about to go down when there's no shoes on.
I was like, oh, it's getting weird. So yeah, I think Watergun will do well. I think Promise, which is Australia's entry, I think they will do well as well.
I'm here tonight. Promise me you'll hold me till I die. I'm by your side.
Five Lads rock band, by the way.
Okay.
Promise me it's gonna be alright.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
It's good,
I was bored up until that drop.
but it's a good song. I can imagine myself listening to that out of the competition as well.
Okay.
It's very like bandy.
Yeah.
So I think they will do very well. And that is kind of I think those are, Break a Broken Heart. This is Croatia, I think. And he's very handsome as well.
No, didn't Croatia or the fucking Mad Lads?
Sorry. Oh, I thought they were, no, Czechia is the girls with the ponytails.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
He is something else beginning with a C. Tell me another.
You're putting me on the spot
Anyway,
now.
his name's Andrew Lambrou and it's Break a Broken Heart. Sorry, he's Cypriot.
Oh, Cyprus.
Yeah,
Okay,
Cyprus.
yeah. That's why we got confused because it's C, but
C's.
it's not C.
Oh.
Sorry, go for it.
So this is Break a Broken Heart.
All right.
I'm torn apart, but I am a survivor. You can break a broken heart.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
And he's hot.
I like that.
And he sings very well.
It's a little bit like Imagine Dragons or something, isn't it?
It's a bit like
Little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit.
But he did very well. So I think he will do really well. I'm really sad about Greece. I don't think they qualified with that 16-year-old boy who doesn't look 16 but did a fucking belter. He was running around. He's somebody that I'm like, if he's mincing it around fuck all training and still holding that kind of good vocal,
Yeah.
he'll be one to watch in the future. Like,
Beautiful.
he's one to watch. He's a very attractive looking boy, but he's only 16.
Jesus.
Fucking mincing it around. Good man.
Good man yourself.
Good man yourself.
Little Caesar. That's wrong. Fucking just leave me alone.
Little Dennis.
Little Dennis.
Little Dennis.
Little George. That's what they're called as well. Yargo.
So I am going to, for my stumper of the week will be Cha 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 because it's such a belter.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's going to be Cha Cha Cha. I'm really worried about Israel. I really don't want her.
Yeah, I don't like the message that it sends if she does well.
Well, I think the
But,
song's
like,
dog shit, and I'm like, if she's really hot, that's fine. But like, I don't think that that's like, she gave some performance. I will say the performance is,
Yeah.
and she's rememberable. And I think you have to be that. But I think Cha Cha Cha, and so is Loreen. Now I know everybody was like, oh, Edward Scissorhands, but I'm like, she's an interpretive dancer. She does that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's how she is. And also the fact that Loreen had to go through the whole Swedish singing contest process. She didn't just get given it.
Did
She had to go and compete. So Sweden had to vote for it. And there was two lads, Mikael and the brothers anyway, and they had another good poppy, dancey tune. And she beat them.
Right.
And yeah, so it's not as if she just got a free pass. She had to go through her whole
So she's not Eurovision royalty.
She's not like Johnny Logan where we're like, do you want to go again by any chance? People are still saying send Johnny Logan. I'm like, lads, oh my God, you're not getting the fundamental issue. Yeah.
Just fucking send Daniel O'Donnell.
Who would you send?
Who would I send? But we can't have somebody who's had international.
No. Is there anyone like that you think could actually bang it out there, Phil?
Bang it out. Well, you see, like Eurovision, I don't think is taken seriously. So I think any sort of serious.
We have amazing songwriters. We just I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to get into Eurovision, but nowadays I think it's a great platform because you have social media.
Yeah.
And if you become popular on social media, there's your career. And in turn, that's what I mean. I think we need to look at it differently. Nowadays, it's not just, and everyone's like, oh, it's all about, it's just the world evolving, gang. It's not like it used to be.
Let's send, right?
Yeah.
Hear me out. What's that fucking rave gang? You know them absolute bangers or something?
Absolutely. I was going to say beats only. No.
Oh, bangers only.
Bangers only.
Yeah, or only bangers. One of them, whatever the fuck it's called. Let's send them.
Their 10 EP last year was you couldn't get a square meter.
Send them.
Send her
on. They'd have great crack. Our little DJ Callum Kieran and Hype Man Jack.
Send Marty.
You know?
And Nicole.
Yeah. Soleil. What about her?
No, she's too cool.
This is what I mean.
Cool, but she's too cool. She's too full. Like there's people are like send Hosier. No.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
send Bono.
Yeah, but like people are like that. I'm like, no. I think like your one Amy music.
Yeah.
She does like her songs are absolutely not for me whatsoever, but her songs are very pop.
They're done.
And she's working, I think she works with like Swedish pop people too.
Right.
So that would be that would work, I think. I think she could, 'cause she's very pop voice, very pop look. I think it would be very Irish pop. I think she would do a good job.
Fair enough.
I think and that's what I mean. It's like about finding that balance between someone like Soleil, who's just two on a different strain of cool.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know?
Send Chrissy Dignam.
Send
Aslan.
Who else?
Billy would mince it around the stage like that.
We've enough of them fucking bands. Send picture this.
The Blizzards.
Oh my God, send Brezzy.
Send Brezzy.
On his own. Send Bellex1.
I mean, we
send Jamie Dornan. Has he ever sung? Send him.
Send Colin Farrell. Everybody's loving him again these days.
He can put together a tune.
And Brendan Gleeson.
Ronan could do something for us.
He fucking ought to. Bleeding in his Australian little area there. It's also funny what you said about the Australian entry, the way they're like, there's enough expats. Who did I see? It was one of the comedians. And he was like, expat is the description for a white person who moves abroad. Immigrant is the description for a black person who moves abroad. And it's so fucking true.
Oh God, I never thought of that.
You know? Like, it's just the way that they're described. It's like, hey.
Like what?
You're showing your privilege again.
You're showing your privilege. You got a privilege head on.
We're going to wrap this up and go and record our Patreon, which, by the way, if you want to join, the link's in the description. 5 extra episodes for €60 a month. But before we go, I have an unpopular opinion. I could not give less of a fuck about the Holly and Phil drama.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's the
I saw
articles.
a headline and I was like, okay,
The
I'm
headlines,
bored already.
I feel like, you know the way you can go into some social medias and block certain words? Holly and Phil are very close to that for me. Every second headline. It's like, remember Will and Jada were just constantly in the news at one stage?
You're like, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
I actually couldn't give a fuck.
Just stop. I don't know what's going on with them, nor do I want to.
Yeah, fair.
I do feel like Phil is going through a bit of a midlife crisis and I don't think this should be played out.
No, not for all of us anyway.
No,
thank you.
Do you know?
I will say
he does seem to have done some shady shit and she's keeping quiet about it, but I actually don't give a fuck. Just stop.
Yeah, it's weird.
Stop.
It's weird how the Brits go on a bit. Like the Brits are at it again.
Yeah, they're at it again.
I will tack on to that in case you guys didn't twig my unpopular opinion. You're getting to this week is that we shouldn't do well in the Eurovision until we actually take it seriously.
Yeah, that's true. Very on topic opinion there, Carla. Unpopular opinion.
There you go.
I know. I don't know if we're going to get hate. Do people take it as seriously as
I want us to
show?
do well. No, I think people take the random. This is what I mean. People who don't watch the show, don't have any interest, but just watch to see Ireland do badly and then get thick about it. I just don't think, like, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But I don't think you can come for me and to say that we don't put enough effort into it. We do something on the Late Late, which is an audience. Think about the amount of people that view the Late Late. If you like the Wild Youth song, that's fine. It's not strong enough for Eurovision. Not with who we knew who was coming. We knew who was going.
Yeah.
We saw who was, for ages. I've known since January. I put that tattoo on my bangers.
Yeah, weeks ago.
Honestly, I think start of the year.
Yeah.
And I just don't think, I think we need to get with the times. We are continuously like what we think is okay. And it's done by a panel of RTE people. No, like get the public to vote. And the Wild Youth probably would have won. But like let them they've better songs.
Yeah.
They've much better material.
They really do. Yeah.
And I think the problem is whoever writes these tunes tries to write it with Eurovision in mind. No, try and write a good pop song first. Then bring it to Eurovision. Don't try and write a good Eurovision song.
Yeah.
Because we're missing the mark there, lads. I don't know if you've twigged, but we haven't hit that one since 96.
Yeah.
So that is my issue.
There you go now. Yeah.
And only then when we actually fix the form. Look at Ryan. Look at people who actually did well, like in later years.
Yeah.
They had good songs. They had songs that held up. But like think of the winners. Some of the winners, you're like, wow.
Yeah, look, that's a good, stick to the fucking winners and see what the pattern is there.
Yeah.
Please.
There you go.
Please, and thank you very much. Yeah. Right, well, thanks a million for listening, and we shall know by the time this episode is out who won.
Yeah, we'll know. What are your bets?
I do think Lorraine.
I think she'll take it. I'd like her to take it, but at the same time, I love Finland.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want Israel to win.
Yeah, I don't really want them to do top 5. To be fair, I don't think that the countries and the juries will.
I don't even know what way it's being done this year. I don't know.
I know somebody said on our Instagram, since the voting changed,
the voting changed. Yeah, because everyone's pissy about like, oh no, it used to be just panels judging the songs. Yeah. Then they did it half public vote and half panel, which I think is probably the fairest.
Yeah.
Ish, and now people are like, leave it to all public vote. We're not winning.
Yeah.
Even if we went to all public vote, we're not, like, again, we've gone through the issues there. It's not happening. I think all public vote is fair.
Yeah.
And then we've only everybody else to blame, that kind of way. I don't know. And it's all personal opinion. Some of the bangers that I think are bangers, somebody could turn around and be like, they're absolute dog shit songs and vote for all the ballots. Like, there's all that.
Yeah,
music is so specific.
Yeah.
But I think to be a good Eurovision song, you have to
hit all the marks.
Well, I think you have to just be really, really good at what you do and really convincing at what you do. And I think that's why stage production does come into it, because it's a performance on the night. And like me and Tom were talking about it last night, because he missed all the Eurovision because he was away with work. And I was listening to the playlist all week. And I was like, I'm so excited for tonight because we're having our little boozy Eurovision watch. And I was like, I'm so excited. I've got a cocktail in mind. I've got we're cooking food. We're going to have a little feast and it's going to be great. And he was
that sounds so exciting.
Yeah, like that's so fun. I love that. Like little date night, put Eurovision date night. And we'll pick our winners and all that other stuff. And he was like, I think Eurovision has to be the performance in the night. I think it's shit that like they release all the music way in advance.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, then you get to understand the songs. Because something like Cyprus, I never would have, I would have been like, ballad shy, do you know?
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm like, I've listened to it a few times and on the playlist, which ones are sticking, and I know the performance is a bit better. It's like when you go to see like your favourite artist live, when you're sitting there and you watch them perform new music, you're like, Versus when Beyonce does Formation, you're like, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Right. Okay, well, you're very passionate about it.
I am.
Put it on the Instagram tonight now.
I will.
A few little bits, little watch along.
I'm going to do a little watch. Well, you'll be able to watch along with me last night today. Yeah. So if you want to see what I was saying the whole way through,
it'll still be on the stories.
It'll still be on the stories until Sunday evening.
Yeah, perfect.
And I might make a highlight depending.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, go on. We'll talk to you next week. We love you very much. Bye.